these poems?
Emotion would have been a driving force, but at the same time, when a subject is very emotional for me, I need to get a lot of distance from it so that I can look at it more dispassionately and think about how I use the language to get the reader or the listener to feel what I was feeling about it. So I suppose I need that distance and that control over the language to basically manipulate the reader and make them feel what I felt when the incident or event took place or so on. Okay?
Yeah, you have great details in your poems. I think you craft them very carefully, also from what you're saying now. Is that true? I mean, are you zooming in on what you want to write about, if it's about practical things?
I think, yeah, there is a lot of detail. I like to observe things very, very closely and find what the telling images, the important things were for me. But yes, I do try to craft the poems very carefully, and maybe over a long period. I'm a very slow burner. I don't do spontaneous things. I'm full of admiration for everybody who completed a lovely poem in the 5-word challenge. I mean, I think that's incredible. You know, it would be months before I'd get those words into a poem myself. So it's a different way of doing things, I think. Yeah.
You seem to have a great range as well, apart from science and more personal things. I also thought the title poem of your collection is to do with mythology. Is that something that plays a part in your own life?
Yes, yeah. I know a lot of mythical stories, and I suppose I know a little bit about a lot of things. So I'd be great in a day with us. Very useful, provided they didn't ask me about sport. Yeah, I suppose I write about whatever subject moves me to write about it at the time. You know, and they can be very various.
I think I read about on the internet that your husband gave you a present and that rekindled the writing, or did that start your writing process?
It really started the writing process. He gave me a present of finding your creativity, you know, freeing your creativity. And it was with the late poet Dorothy Malloy, and it was wonderful. I think he had an idea that I would become, you know, start painting or something like that, but I don't have any talent to go in that direction. But I did start writing, and I wrote fiction, short fiction mostly, and then I had an episode in Time in Hospital where I was on all sorts of wonderful painkillers and mind-altering drugs for a while. Mm-hmm. So I had a notebook and I used to write things in it. But when I came home and I had convalesced and looked at them, a lot of the things I've written seemed to be attempts towards writing poetry. So I thought, oh, maybe that's where I should be going, you know. So I moved into that direction then.
Mm-hmm. Does that mean that you access the more irrational parts of yourself when you write poetry? Would you describe it as such? Or
yes, I think so. Sometimes I find I can get into my unconscious, which is a much stranger place than my conscious mind is. And it could take a long time to get into it. You know, the medically supervised drugs did it for me, and sometimes maybe a glass and a half of wine will do it. That sounds very lightweight when it comes to wine. But Yeah, I think it's an interesting place to find yourself, you know. It's writing from your unconscious. Yeah, making it coherent afterwards mightn't be so easy, you know. It's part of the crafting the poem, but it's a good place to go, definitely.
Thank you very much.